It's been said that you are not what you think you are, but rather you are what you think. This simple yet profound statement captures the essence of today's message, the power of positive thinking. Your thoughts are more than just fleeting ideas. They are the architects of your reality. Whether you're striving to achieve a lifelong dream, overcome a personal challenge, or to simply live each day with more joy and fulfillment, the way you think shapes the way you live. As Zig Ziglar once said, positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Notice he didn't say that positive thinking guarantees success. It doesn't. But it does put you in the best possible position to succeed. It strengthens your resilience, sharpens your focus, and empowers you to persist when the odds are against you. Let me share a story that demonstrates the power of the mind. In the 1950s, a psychologist named Dr. Kurt Richter conducted an experiment with rats. He placed them in a water-filled jar to see how long they could swim before giving up. On average, they lasted about 15 minutes. But then Richter made a slight change. Just before the rats were about to give up, he rescued them. He dried them off, let them rest, and then returned them to the water. The second time, they swam for over 60 hours, more than 200 times longer than their first attempt. Why? Because after the rats were rescued, they learned and believed their rescue was possible. This simple action gave the rats hope, and hope gave them endurance. In much the same way, positive thinking doesn't eliminate obstacles. It gives you the strength to outlast them. You've probably heard the phrase, you can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. The same is true of your thoughts. In this world, you will always have trials and tribulations, difficult people, unexpected challenges, and unfair circumstances. But you have the power to decide how you respond. Brian Tracy once said, "You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude towards what happens to you, and in that you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you." Think about that for a moment. Two people can face the same challenge, whether it's a career setback, a financial struggle, or a health issue, but each can respond in completely different ways. One becomes bitter and defeated, the other becomes wiser and more resilient. What's the difference? Their mindset. Positive thinking is not just motivational fluff, it's backed by science. Research in neuroplasticity shows that your brain can be physically rewired by your thoughts. When you repeatedly focus on the positive, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with optimism, resilience, and creativity. In fact, studies have found that individuals who practice daily gratitude experience 23% lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. They also slept better and reported a higher sense of well-being. This means that simply shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have can transform not only your perspective, but also your health. But here's the key. Positive thinking is not a one-time decision. It's a daily discipline. Like any habit, it requires practice and intention. Here are 3 simple yet powerful strategies you can implement today. Number 1, guard your mental diet. Just as your physical health depends on what you consume, your mental health depends on what you feed your mind. Are you consuming inspiring content, uplifting books, and encouraging conversations? Or are you constantly absorbing negativity from the news and social media? Number 2, affirmations with action. Affirmations are not magic spells. They work best when paired with action. Telling yourself, "I'm capable of achieving my goals," is powerful, but pairing it with deliberate effort makes it transformative. As Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Number 3, visualize your success. Visualization is a tool used by elite athletes and high achievers. Why? Because your brain cannot distinguish between vividly imagined scenarios and reality. When you repeatedly visualize yourself succeeding, your brain begins to believe it's possible, and you start acting accordingly. Life will test you. It will throw curveballs at you when you least expect it, but you always have the power to reframe those challenges. When Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job for supposedly lacking creativity, he didn't let that negative experience define him. Instead, he turned rejection into redirection and eventually created an empire that brought magic to millions. You and I will face obstacles in our lives. The question is not whether challenges will come, for they certainly will. The real question is, will you face them with fear or faith, with doubt or determination? Let me leave you with a challenge. Starting today, rewrite the script playing in your mind. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," change it to, "I will figure this out." When you feel tempted to say, "This is too hard," replace it with, "I'm becoming stronger through this." As Brian Tracy wisely reminds us, never say anything about yourself you do not want to come true. Your words shape your reality, so make them words of possibility, not limitation. In closing, I want to remind you of this. Positive thinking does not guarantee an easy life, but it does guarantee a stronger, more resilient you. This is the difference between giving up and going on, and between being bitter and being better. So choose your thoughts carefully, because they are creating your future. If this message lifted your perspective, give it a like and share it with someone who could use a little light today. Subscribe for more reminders that a positive mind creates a powerful life. Keep believing in better days, keep speaking life into your journey, and whatever you do, keep choosing hope.